Netanyahu is seen as losing his grip at home as his intense focus on Iran collides with mounting unrest and ugly scenes on Israel's own streets. Domestic turmoil is erupting across Israel, with tensions boiling over even as the government stays fixated on the Iranian threat. 2 female IDF soldiers were chased and hunted by a rioting ultra-Orthodox mob in Bnei Brak, forcing police to mount a dramatic rescue operation. Reacting to the incident, Netanyahu condemned the violence and insisted that the rioters were an extreme minority that do not represent the Haredi community. What began as a routine military home visit on February 15 spiraled into chaos within minutes in the ultra-Orthodox city of Bnei Brak. 2 female IDF soldiers were chased through the streets by an enraged Orthodox mob, according to multiple reports. The pair had entered Bnei Brak on an official visit to the home of a soldier under their command, the Times of Israel reported. Within a short time, hundreds of Haredi men reportedly surrounded the 2, shouting at them and pursuing them as tensions surged. Dramatic footage showed a small group of police officers physically shielding the soldiers with their bodies as they tried to extract them from the scene. The streets were left strewn with garbage and overturned dumpsters as rioters intensified the unrest and clashed with police. The 2 servicewomen, both squad commanders in the IDF's Education and Youth Corps, were eventually rescued and escorted out of the area. Contrary to viral online rumors, they were not military police officers and were not attempting to arrest draft evaders when the mob attacked. As the situation deteriorated, the soldiers were forced to take cover behind dumpsters and wait for reinforcements until police arrived on the scene. During the chaos, rioters overturned a police patrol car and set fire to an unattended motorcycle, further inflaming tensions in the streets. Large police forces, including mounted units and specialized riot control teams, were eventually deployed to regain control of the area. Authorities later confirmed that 23 suspects had been arrested in connection with the unrest, and that 3 officers sustained minor injuries in the clashes. IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir personally spoke with the 2 soldiers and strongly condemned the attack on uniformed personnel carrying out their duties. Senior Haredi leaders condemned the violence, warning that such attacks only damage their wider campaign against military conscription. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the incident completely unacceptable and described those involved as a radical minority that does not represent the broader community. Police officials later noted that the army had not coordinated the soldiers' visit in advance, which they said limited preparedness and response on the ground. Authorities added that the unrest was inflamed by false online claims that police were in the neighborhood to issue draft orders to ultra-Orthodox men. The episode underscores the deep tensions over Orthodox draft exemptions at a time when Israel's security establishment is already under severe strain. Benjamin Netanyahu has made Iran's threat the central priority of his foreign policy agenda, even as tensions and unrest escalate at home. During his recent push in Washington, Netanyahu stressed strict conditions for any US-Iran agreement, demanding far tougher terms than many in the international community expect. He has insisted that Tehran dismantle its nuclear infrastructure entirely, including enrichment capabilities, even as protests and social strains mount inside Israel. Critics argue that this fixation on Iran diverts attention from urgent domestic issues, such as the ultra-sensitive draft crisis and widening social divisions. Some analysts suggest that Netanyahu's emphasis on Iran policy also serves his political positioning at home, projecting strength on security while his coalition faces internal pressure. As a result, his relentless focus on Tehran appears to overshadow pressing governance challenges, from conscription battles to economic and institutional strains inside Israel.